Do you want to towards the back? So
Hello, welcome.
not like
We're having some technical difficulties, but we're going to be moving forward.
I'm here.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You have to sit down. Chachi, mommy's working.
She's 20 pounds. Yay.
Look, pay attention.
She got me shopping in the store.
Okay, so welcome everyone and good afternoon. I'm Anthony Galante, production fellow at Custom Collaborative, and today I'm on 38th Street in New York City's Garment District. For those of you joining us today that are just being introduced to Custom Collaborative is a nonprofit entrepreneurship and workforce development organization which trains and empowers women, particularly women from low-income and immigrant communities, to start their own fashion businesses, whether that be in design, production, or development. So Custom Collaborative has Garment District Alliance to highlight support this very important part and heart of New York City. The businesses here in the Garment District are crucial in providing resources to the fashion industry, and through these ongoing workshops, we'll take you behind the scenes and into Garment District studios, stores, and factories. Our goal is to promote shared learning and collaboration among our industry. So, Panda International Trading of New York, Panda Trim, aka Panda. If you work in the industry, you likely know Panda, and if you don't, you soon will. So before we start, I'd like to introduce Stacy and Regina, participants from Custom Collaborative. Hi, ladies. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm the camera person. Hi, I'm Regina Madison.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. And thanks for everyone that's joining us. If you have any questions, please send them in the chat because we're going to do a Q&A at the end of today's workshop.
You have to introduce.
Yes. And so we're so happy to be here at Panda Trimming on 38th Street. And I'd love to introduce Veronica Kim of Panda. Hi, Veronica. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here with everyone. Thank you to Custom Collaborative and Garment District Alliance for setting this up. This is such an amazing opportunity for us. To start off, we were trying to start in the front to show you guys the store, but we'll take a little tour around soon. This is a family business, actually. We started in 1991. My late father, began this business, and it's been in the same location for pretty much since the beginning. So I there as a kid and met so many of the regulars, and still to this day they come in and I recognize a lot of people, and so it's kind of a cool community, and this garment district really provides that for us, especially as stores and factories. We all kind of are interconnected and we know each other. And so basically what we do here is we provide pretty much anything you need for making clothes, accessories. We deal with a lot of production as well as sample making. So we don't discriminate about like quantities and things like that. We try to cater to pretty much everybody that comes in. So we might start with students and then go to people who have producing like hundreds of thousands of garments. And what else can I?
Could you tell us about your background in particular and how you got into the industry?
So I got into it basically through my dad, but I started, having an interest in fashion early on. So I had an internship at 17 magazine, which turned into me wanting to learn more about design and illustration. So I went into classes at Parsons, and then I eventually, during that time, I was also studying business at University of Delaware. And after I graduated, I came in full time to take over the daily duties. And basically, I wear a lot of different hats. So I'll do anything from working in the front at sales to contacting factories to buy trims and supplies for customers. And I also facilitate deliveries, and we actually just launched our website during the pandemic to kind of try to get more people who aren't able to come physically into the store to be able to get products that they need for their collections. Yeah.
I know Panda from when I'm a student, and I remember coming in feeling really overwhelmed because there were so many things that you offer,
Yeah.
but also really comfortable. Like you said, you don't discriminate if you're a student, if you're a designer, if you're in production. You're such a good resource to the community, whatever the need is. So
Thank you. Yeah.
would you be willing to give us a little tour and kind
Sure.
of show us around?
Yeah. I guess we can start right here where we're standing. This is where we have a lot of our zippers. We kind of have things all over the place. I mean, this place hasn't changed that much since we've been here. But as you can see, there's like coil zippers all down here, which can be used for like lightweight jackets or dresses, and like athleisure mostly. And then going over here, we have our plastic molded zippers, which are pretty much used for the same things. Lots of color selections. We also customize these to length. So we have a stock of 36-inch mostly, and then based on your needs, we'll cut them down or close them off at the ends, and I'll discuss more about that later. Over here we have some metal zippers. These have different colored teeth. So you can use these for jackets, and usually, you know, instead of these colored ones, we have like metals here and all over here.
And these ones look
Oh, yeah.
gigantic.
These are always a huge hit when people come in because they're so big. We've had like artists use these for installations. They're just kind of fun to add. It's actually one of the zippers I used for one of the designs I made. Was really cool.
Amazing.
Over here we have a whole bunch of other colors of zippers, and also our dress forms, which are key when it comes to design, of course.
It looks like you have a range of.
Yeah, we have pretty much all the sizes. We have a lot of them up our full bodies, and then we have arms as well, and we have men's forms as well. And then for students, sometimes, you know, when you don't have space or if you don't want to invest fully in a big mannequin, there's also these half scale ones that we carry. And recently, because of the pandemic and schools not being open, they've been shipping these out to students, like high school students who want to start learning how to design. This is what it usually sounds like in here.
Hustle and bustle.
Yeah. I'll take you through our other items. It does get a little overwhelming because we have so many different things, but here we have a lot of our dry cleaning kind of materials. Oils, glue. These have been super popular during the pandemic, the dyes, everyone doing tie dyes and things like that. And then we have bags, garments.
Different sizes, different materials.
Sizes, yes. Here we have some elastics. These are, you know, these are our most popular item because everybody needs elastic. We have some decorative ones. These are usually used inside the garment, so we have them in black and white. And we even have these cutter musts for like production as well.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I see that it goes all the way up.
Yes, it goes all the way up. We have to climb up the ladder. There's pull tapes and webbing, all different things up there.
Yeah, it's amazing because when you walk outside and see the storefront, it doesn't appear to be a giant store. And then when you walk in, you realize like the tall ceilings, you guys have really
Yeah.
utilized them well.
We've packed a lot of things in here. I'll take you around like this.
No.
We have brackets, we have irons, we have some smaller spools of thread over here. These are really good for people who don't need huge spools like these. And then we have some hardware here, tons of thread and cords going up the wall.
And that almost looks like it's
No,
like fishing line.
Oh yeah, this is like, it's called monofilament. It's like a clear thread. Some people use them for toys, some people use them to make things so that it's visible. We have hook and eye and snap tapes up here. And then we have one of our other very popular items, the invisible zippers. So we have two brands here. These are from Korea, from BKC, and then the most popular, obviously, YKK. But if you look up close, the pull comes out here, and then you sew these into the seam so that it's kind of, you don't see the zipper when you are putting it in a garment.
And all of those are cut to size as well.
These we actually don't cut in house. It's super easy to do by yourself. You just cut the end and sew over the top of the zipper.
Great.
Close it off.
Keeps it easy.
Yeah. And you don't want to pay like an extra. Then we have this whole wall of goodies. We have rulers, which are used by students a lot. We have like seam ripper and tracing wheels, just everything, everything you need.
Glue guns and scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have everything well stocked. it
We
seems.
have a lot of our like smaller quantity items up on this wall. So if you don't want to buy an entire 144 piece box of snaps, we have some smaller cards up here that people can easily just come and grab. Lots of pins and things. A lot of students can't purchase like a huge amount, and there's no reason to. So we'll have all of these ready for anybody who wants a smaller amount. And then in our display glass, we have more chalk for creating lines with patterns on the fabric. And then we have some tagging guns for when you're ready to put price tags and things on your garments. Tape measures, erasers, again, literally everything that you might need. You come over here and you look down and you're like, I need all these things. This is a really cool that maybe not everybody knows about. It's called zipper ease. And sometimes your zippers get kind of the zip up and down. So you'll just put this on over the teeth and then like a lubricant that helps with pulling up zippers.
That's a good tool.
Yeah.
To just have in your kit.
Yeah. Then we have a plethora of scissors here.
For every budget.
Every budget. Yes. Most of these can be resharpened. So it is an investment, but you have them for life because you'll always just be able to get them resharpened. And then we have a lot of our sewing machine materials. We don't have everything for sewing machines, but we do have sewing machine feet. For industrial machines, we have bobbins and bobbin cases, brushes to clean off your sewing machine from lint, because you always want to remove lint from your sewing machines. We have loop turners, seam rippers, awls, and some more thread.
Some fancy thread too.
Yeah, we have some multicolored silk thread. It's like variant, I guess.
It's pretty.
So then I'll take you over to this wall
I love this
where
wall.
we have all the pre-made labels. So we print labels here, but then we also have some in stock for you to grab, and they're ready. They're size labels. We have some content labels. We have one thing that I really appreciate, which is the Made in New York labels, of course. And we have all the sizes, extra small to 6X. So big range.
Amazing. In black and white.
Yeah.
And different options.
Tons of different options. It doesn't stop.
I can see that. How much you like it? I can.
See, I try it. I try it.
Like this. I can see that.
No.
And over here, we have
I need
some
that too.
muslin. These are used for draping. I'm sure you use this all the time. We have 3 different weights. They're light, medium, and heavy, keeping it really easy. And we have swatches always if anyone needs to see a sample and really touch it before they buy a whole roll, or we have smaller packs of 5 yards available, as well as smaller packs of dotted paper and patterned paper.
Maybe one day.
And then we come to more thread. These are top stitch threads, and they're by the brand Gutermann, which is really good quality thread. This is our wall of top stitch, and then down there we have some regular stitch threads. And these are again smaller spools, so they're not so overwhelming to have in your collection. And then on this wall, which is another one of my favorite walls, actually, we used to be in partnership with Shoulder Pad Factory in New York, and we used to have actually a ton more than this, but now these are a lot of our more popular. We have so many different walls, and some people actually even take these apart themselves and then sew them together to make their own.
Customize their own special
Yeah.
shoulder pad.
But we have these super thick ones for dramatic shoulders. We have this cool shape. And we have, again, tons of different sizes, like these big ones. And then we have some sleeve heads as well.
Lots of good options.
So many options. Yeah, people a lot of the times come in and ask, what can I use for this? And I have a hard time with that because it really is about your preference and what you're looking for. So we try to guide everybody in the right direction, but really it's up to you. And that's the best thing about it, is that you can be super creative and create your own.
Anybody I can talk to?
Your own taste.
Hi, I'm sorry. I asked for 7, they gave me 5. There is a man.
Sorry.
Yeah, and so I remember
I didn't come back.
experimenting with shoulder pads and putting a bunch together and taking some of the filling out, trying to find that perfect shoulder. And so coming to Panda is great because you can, take a bunch of different options and just make it your own.
I'm just gonna say I would use those shoulder pads to boost up my bust, okay?
Yes, you could use these for a lot of different ways. I know that we saw the dress forms previously, and I know a lot of designers will pad their forms to custom design shapes or measurements of their clients. So coming to Panda, they have padding, they have tape, they have everything to customize your forms too.
I don't care about $1 and it's number 7.
And so let's see, more zippers,
Yeah,
right?
more zippers. These are more expensive zippers. They're Riri zippers. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they are smooth like butter. They're just a different kind.
I feel like these are great for jackets or
Yeah.
for pant zippers.
Yes, and they'll last for forever, I feel. I don't know.
Yeah, Riri's a good one.
We don't have a huge selection of these anymore, but this will be here for a while.
You have a lot of colors, so
Yeah, there are a
Yes.
lot of colors.
yeah, gorgeous.
Let's see. We've got some ribbons over here on this wall. Tons of colors again, a lot of selections. And then over here we have I think they use these for like the inside of dresses or and these for like the hanging loops for dresses so they don't fall off the hangers.
You got velvet ones too.
Yeah, some decorative.
Very nice.
And then we just have some more invisible zippers and regular zippers here.
An abundance of zippers.
Yeah, we have a good amount of colors now. I think if you need to find one, you'll be able to find it usually. Basically, what we like to say is you want to be able to match the zipper pull because these are invisible and you won't really see the tape. So you want to match the zipper pull to the fabric because that's all you'll really see. So we have 8-inch here and then we have 24-inch here. And then over here are the Gutermann regular spools of thread.
120 being thinner than 30. 30 is like the tuck stitch, right?
Yes. So they have their own, like usually threads go by text, but they have their own measurements. So these are Mara 120, which is like a text 25, which is your normal sewing thread. And I think this one is in the wrong box.
Is that up there? This one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is like something I really worked on. So
Keeping it organized, right?
yeah, it's hard because these take up so much space.
But it's nice to have all the labels and
Yeah.
everything very clear. So
Yeah,
if a designer comes and takes a picture,
Mhm,
they know exactly what color they
exactly.
bought.
And we have color books available in the front, so we'll help you even match colors. And there's some color cards here as well.
Oh,
And
great.
yeah, and of course these can always be ordered and you can just have them so you'll always be able to match colors. That's always good to have. And then back here is Herman, our zipper guy, our resident zipper master.
How are you today?
He knows everything about zippers. Sits and cuts them. He's the one that customizes the zippers for you and he knows everything. So I always point people to him because I'm like, he knows all the things about the zippers.
Is it difficult?
No.
It's
How many
depend,
years have you been doing this for?
doing 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, 14 years.
I tried to do it one time without him, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, when you start, it's difficult, but when you experience learning, to me now it's like easy.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's where you're the expert.
Yep, it's 14 years.
yeah. So as you can see, he's just you're cutting them off
Yeah,
basically, right?
Kind of, that's it.
Yeah. And it's amazing how quick we can get them done. People come in for a zipper and it's done in like a second, and it's fascinating.
You start this
The
the stopper.
stoppers.
Mhm.
We just put the stopper. The zipper, we can use the machine or we can use the scanner. The scissor.
These are the why am I blanking on the name of these?
Pinking shear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
pinking shears.
I see. So
That's
you really
super.
press the stopper down. Really
Yeah,
press it
yeah,
in.
we have to squeeze it. Yeah, exactly. Then the zipper is gonna be stopped like this.
And there's a
Okay.
different size stopper for every
Hmm.
size of zipper. Yeah. And you can also take a separating zipper like this and turn it into a closed end zipper. So if you have a separating one, you'll use it for like a jacket or something. But then if you wanted to use it for jeans or something, pants that have closed ends, you'll just add another stopper to the bottom and close it off.
I love that because then you're not necessarily wasting like if you have a longer tape and you
Yeah.
want to use it for 2 garments, you
Yes,
can.
exactly. So we'll do that oftentimes. This is so he'll kind of actually save if the customer doesn't want to take the rest of the zipper, we'll just save them, and if someone needs a shorter one, we'll just cut off of that. And we also have all these chains so that we don't have to take necessarily from an open zipper. We can just cut from here and close it off.
So cool.
You can customize the pulls too with some zippers. Is that right?
Yes, we have a lot of different options of pulls as well. So you can like change them out for a matte one if you want. What are some other cool ones we have? Oh yeah, we have some other styles here. If you wanted to put maybe like a tab, you would use this and put your own tab on it. This is, yeah, so just the puller, so you can put a different head on that. If you wanted to put some shape or something on it, or your logo. That's pretty much it. And back here we have all of our elastics, and since we don't have a ton of room up there to showcase everything we have, we just store a lot of things back here and out of the way, and then we'll come grab it for you.
Wow. Very cool.
Then I'll introduce you guys to the 2 salespeople in the front that you'll see most often.
Don't make me spend a lot of money.
This is Aniba. He is also on this photo up here on the wall with my dad and some of the earlier staff. How many years have you been here for?
30 years.
30 years. So since the beginning, 30 years.
30 years of work.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you've met a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is Sergia.
Hi.
She's been with us for 4 years. And helps with. Yeah.
I'm talking a lot with the customer. I love it.
She's probably the one that makes you buy things.
Yes,
right?
she does.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm, I can tell you.
Yeah. And should we go up?
Sure.
So another thing we do here is other than customizing zippers and sourcing any items that maybe you don't see in our store, we also make labels, custom labels. So if you don't see something on the wall that maybe you need something with your logo, or you need something more customized where it says something, maybe like a cute saying on it for your garments, we print them in-house. And then we also do woven labels as well from overseas. So I'll show you the samples of different ones that we've done before in the past.
I'll go.
On the way, we have boxes of hangers as well.
Yes, you always need the hangers. I'm guessing it's better to buy in bulk, so you don't have to just keep coming piecemeal for one.
Yeah, we actually, that's one thing that we don't sell by piece. We only sell them by the box. Yeah. This is Anthony, Stacy, and
Hi.
Nina from
How are you?
Custom
Mhm.
Thanks for having us.
I'm gonna show them some labels. So usually up here, you can't hear anything. It's loud. We're always on the phone and the machines are running. They make like this clicking sound every day, all day. But these are some of the labels that we make here.
What did the Macy's ones?
Yes, we do some cool, we got to do some cool things. But yeah, we did the Macy's parade events label.
Nice.
There's probably like some in here that they're really soft, some of them.
So these are woven labels.
Yes, these are woven labels. These are done overseas.
Okay.
Sometimes people want to do like multiple sizes, and then they can circle whichever size is on the garment. We do some with just the logo, and then there's some with all the content and care instructions on it, which is cool because then you don't have to sew on a bunch of different labels.
Right.
These look really nice. They do take a little bit of time. They take about 3 or 4 weeks. But then here we do these in-house, and this is the machine that makes a lot of noise. We print these on this nylon material as well as satin. And June, who is usually printing the labels, is not here right now, but he did a really cool thing with his information where he put it on an actual label. So you can take this with you and
So smart.
Yeah. That was so
acts
cool.
as a sample and a business card. Yeah.
It's so cool. It feels so nice.
Yes.
One thing I love about coming to pick up labels from Panda is on my way out, I can see there's always mounds of other people's
Mhm.
labels.
Yeah.
And so it's so great because you do it for so many
Yeah, we
so many
do.
brands.
June's really great because he has a quick turnaround. People always come here like saying they were referred from someone else that got their labels done in like a day, and it's like kind of crazy here, especially. I mean, in New York City, you have to be quick, but it's just like, I don't know how he does it. He turns them around so quickly. And he's been doing this for probably about 30 years as well. So he's super experienced and knowledgeable about the different types. And there's a lot of ways to fold the labels. So there's a lot to think about, but I think this is like kind of either the first or the last step in terms of branding. It might be your first step because it's actually really nice to hear people come and, you know, they're starting their label and they've gotten their first label done and they're so happy and so excited because they get to see their name and it's going onto their garments, and it's like a really cool experience to hear the emotions when they first come to pick them up.
It's amazing. And so you said this is the machine that does the nylon ones.
Yes, and the satin. So basically it's, we put the ribbon through here and then it's kind of stamps the whatever information it is. So it's connected to a computer. You put in your artwork and then it stamps it and then it cuts it and it stacks right up here.
Wow.
That takes some more.
It depends. Sometimes he has just like 100 probably doesn't take too long, but just setting them up kind of takes a little bit of time because sometimes you have to get it right so that it's perfectly lined up on the label. So he'll do a couple samples and then he always prints some extras so that if they get lost, I mean, they're so easy to fly away that the customer always has enough for whatever they're producing.
That's nice.
Yeah. So this is the station. And then we also do some, I'll bring them over. We also do these stick-on labels. So these usually go on the outside of the packaging for garments so that it's like easy to track and you can just do your inventory with these barcodes. So we do these here as well.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That you do that here. And would June be the right person to contact for that as well?
June does these as well. Yep.
Getting all sorts of ideas.
Yeah, feel free to take anything that you want from there. We have tons of samples.
Thank
Oh, I didn't
you.
realize he made one of our business card too.
Yeah, you even think about
The tags they say don't cut.
yeah, the tags that they say don't cut off of your pillows,
Pillows,
or
yes, we have a pillow,
mattresses.
pillow and mattress customer. So yeah, those end up being really long sometimes. They're like 4 inches long.
Do you have any interesting stories from clients that requesting things because you do so many things? Or is it all pretty typical run of the mill?
It's pretty typical.
Maybe I need
There
a
are
yesterday.
some- there's definitely a lot of I need it yesterdays. But we're the same way, I guess, with our factories. We're like, we need it now.
Yeah, things can be so fast paced for a lot of the people that are in the garment district. So
Yeah, well, there's a lot of moving hands, so it does require a lot of time. And if you don't have enough time, there's a cutoff date that you need to meet or something. It gets a little stressful, but it seems like that all the time.
always running.
Yeah.
But it seems like you have a really great team, so I'm sure that
Yes,
helps.
we do. It definitely does help.
Great.
Yeah.
We can go to the Q&A now if that works for
Okay,
you.
yeah, sure.
So Angelique, if you're standing by, if you have any questions from the audience that you'd like to share with us, and Veronica or I can answer them, that would be great.
Do you want to sit?
This has been great. Just a reminder for myself too of how important Panda Trim is to emerging designers. Is everything there is so timely because today in our class I was speaking about having the proper tools and taking care of your tools and how they help to make sure that your job goes faster and more professional. And now everybody knows, go to Panda Trim and to get your tools. They're making a wish list of tools as they grow their businesses. So this is great. It's very timely. So I had one question. I know she said that the woven labels take about 3 to 4 weeks. What's the average time to expect for the printed labels?
The printed labels, I like to give about a day or two for them because we do have to print them and sometimes we end up with a lot of orders that we have backed up. So we'll like to give a day or two, but usually they're done within a day.
Okay, thank you for that. And if anybody else has questions, feel free to jump in or put them in the chat. In the meantime, I wanted to ask also that you had a variety of scissors and you said that they were, a lot of them were be able to be resharpened. Do you offer sharpening there at your facility? Scissor sharpening?
We don't offer sharpening anymore. We used to. Do it,
No, they
yeah. There's actually a few different places around here. I think Niju does scissor sharpening. Is there another place that does it? Oh, the locksmith also does it.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I just wanted to cover that just in case you do, because I didn't want to miss it.
I had a quick
Anybody else have any questions?
Can you tell us the store hours?
Yes, I would like to know that, and also please, the address. I don't know if you gave it to us from the beginning, and I missed it. I don't know, so I would like to know the store address, please.
Yes, our store
The hours.
247 West 38th Street. And our store hours are Monday through Friday from 9 to 6. So we're hoping to open again on Saturdays, but for right now we're not. We also have a website, pandatrim.com. We don't have all of our inventory up on it yet, but you can find most things, and you can find our contact information and our we update hours if we need to on there. And the address, of course, is on there too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
quick question.
What's the website again?
Panda Trim.
Okay.
We'll put it back. I think.
Thank
It's not
you.
full.
I put it up on the chat, so everybody pandatrim.com.
Yes.
You can go there to see the address again and the store hours.
I think Anthony had a question.
Sorry, everyone. So I was just wondering if you could speak about last year and what it was like operating a small business or a business in the garment district during the pandemic, and what you and your team did to really step in and step up and help a lot of people during that time.
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey. We obviously, as with all the businesses, were told to close down, and right before that, we started getting all these orders for elastic online, and we were confused because it's not something that is always, every day we get tons of orders for it. So when we were mandated to shut down, we got all these orders and we were like, we need to ship them out. So my sister and I came in along with Dion, and we just started picking and shipping out all of our inventory of elastic. We couldn't order anything really because all the other factories around the world are shut down. There was just crazy logistical or issues, but we ended up having a good amount of elastic we always keep in inventory. So we just shipped everything and anything that we could to get it out. And we also got orders for thread for people making masks, because everybody was making homemade masks at that point. We were at like a shortage. So that really helped us kind of stay afloat and stay busy during that time. We did have to let go most of our staff during that period. And luckily they were all able to collect unemployment, which was good. So we kept in contact with them to make sure that when we were able to bring more people back, because we were supposed to be shut down, we were just solely shipping, not letting anybody in, and just for a couple hours a day, just sending out everything we could. So that helped us kind of able to pay some of the bills that we had. And then from that, I met you, and I met all these different people who were kind of helping their communities with making masks. Any sewers that there were, they were just making masks for their community, not to make money. And so it was really awesome to meet all those people. And in that way, we were able to kind of get this feeling of, okay, like everything's gonna be okay once we start opening, because we're able to work with all these different people through it. And it's I don't know, we were given so many different opportunities, and I think we got really lucky in that sense. But now that people are coming back and making things other than masks. It's been kind of fun to see the city open up again, and we've been seeing more and more orders come through for customers who are making new lines. So it's kind of crazy that we made it this far, but hopefully we'll be here for good.
Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I think it's so interesting because even though last year was so challenging, so many of the businesses in the garment district, especially yours, were so kind and generous to help in whatever way you could. And it was almost like we were all working together
Mhm.
to just, stay afloat because everything was so uncertain. And,
Yeah.
and now it's so nice that, over a year later, it feels a little different now.
Yeah, there were definitely opportunities where we could have went a different way and made a lot more money off of this shortage of elastic and threads, but we didn't feel like that was why we were allowed to shipping orders out. We felt like we were in a big world crisis and we needed to do something because we were able to. And that, I think, was something that really I came out with learning, because we've received so many letters of thanks and so many people just supporting us through social media and through emails and handwritten letters, and that kind of thing, nothing compares to that when you're in a situation where you don't really know what's next. So I look back into that period and it's like a little bit of, it's kind of funny to look back and think about the times where we were lugging all the boxes from the truck and bringing them in and shipping them out, and just every day packing boxes all day. Kind of, he's laughing because we literally had just cardboard boxes in the front, like there was nothing else. It was just cardboard boxes. So we've come a long way.
You can keep it up with this. But we was lucky that we have this stuff in stock.
Yeah.
It's help.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Any other questions, Angelique, from you or the audience?
The audience, I haven't, no, there's a thank you from Annalisa. Yeah, really thank you for sharing that. I think it helps to remind us that, difficult times come. I'm sure you've weathered some different kind of things over the last 30 years, but the garment industry, myself, other designers, we rely on your business and appreciate it. And thank you for stepping up during this difficult time of the pandemic. Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate everyone who's come back and remembers that we're here and is excited to come back into the store and be in this place, because it really gives you a lot of energy walking around and knowing that everybody in this particular district is here for the same thing, sort of. So it's cool. It's really nice.
This is one of my favorite areas to come,
Yeah. Not just being like in Times Square where it's already busy, but you just walk down the street and pass people that just from being here every single day. So it's nice. Friends with the UPS drivers and everything, it's a whole big community, and hopefully they let us stay here.
Yeah, you always see the rolls of fabric or the mannequins or the machines, or it's definitely still a bustling and important part of New York City.
Yeah.
Definitely. Anybody else have any other questions?
No question, just thank you for your time and thank you for sharing your experience with us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
So I want to remind our makers too that sometimes even just going and walking around in Panda Trim, it inspires you as a designer. Like when she was talking about how you can change the pulls on the zipper and the different colored teeth. There's so many little details that add to your design that just walking around and seeing what's available to you inspires you when you're designing and creating your collection. It's the little details that make the difference to make your garment stand out. So we're working on pencil skirts right now, and it's fun to see, gonna see how everybody's skirt, even though we have the same pattern and similar fabrics, is gonna end up looking different just by the little touches that they do differently. And selecting the trim and having all the tools there, you get inspired by it. So it's always a good, spend that afternoon and go and walk in the garment district and stop at Panda Trim and just walk around and get familiar with what they have to offer and get some inspiration. Yeah.
I want more people to come in, not feel like they need to walk out with something, but just to even ask questions to the experts here. They have been in the industry for so long. I mean, I've only been in this industry for 8 years, but there's so many, like I said, downstairs, and even Zion, how many years have you been in the garment district?
Wow. 35 years.
Yeah, there's a wealth of experience there that they can help walk you through and teach you actually about the different things that you're going to use. Don't be afraid to ask them. They're very friendly there. Gone in there many times and ask questions, and they'll guide you in the right direction.
Yeah, and even if we can't, we'll try our best to figure out where to point you. And if also, just want to say, if anybody comes up with a question later on, feel free to email or call us at any time. We're happy to answer questions outside of this Zoom meeting. And I also think this Custom Collaborative is such a cool organization, because I feel like there's a lot of secrecy in this garment district, and this will help more people come into the industry without any experience and get to be able to do creative things like this, if through their organization. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's such a good point. Like, the fashion industry can seem a little intimidating. Maybe that's just how it's presented. But at the end of the day, there's so many kind and nice and, good people that work in the industry and want to support your efforts to be creative. So that's how I feel when I come here and venturing off to other garment district businesses. So, this is our first of many workshops to come. And I really want to thank you for opening up your Panda Trim to us, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, anytime.
Thank you.
So I also wanted to turn the spotlight on our prompt to graduates who are acting as camera people and hear their firsthand experience of being there and experiencing Panda Trim for themselves. Like, what's the feeling? What are you guys going through as you're there?
I've been here a couple of times and I always go over budget. My budget goes out the window here. I come in here for one thing, and I end up with 10 different things. And I have to make a budget and say I'm only allowed here once a month. So the last time I came was February. I haven't been down here, and now I'm going crazy. I'm like, okay, I can't do this. So that's why I didn't bring any money with me. I have a card though, but
being responsible too.
Yes. Gina, I'm gonna put it to you.
Oh, it's amazing. They have all sizes, all colors of slippers. So it can really inspire you to come and put a zipper from top to bottom. It's the elastic, different colors, the threads. It's everyone should take time to experience this, to get familiar. So thank you for this experience.
Thanks for sharing that, Regina and Stacy. Yeah, because I think having the experience of walking through there, I sometimes feel like a kid in a candy shop. And like you said, the tall ceilings, your eyes are just going up, and you're trying to take in everything. It really is a great experience, and I think one of the key places in the garment industry for so many years to so many, especially emerging designers, because you offer, as you said, a welcoming to no matter what size or what stage you are in your design process. You can come in, feel comfortable, ask questions, and find what you need, or get guided in direction into where you can possibly find it. Yeah. Oh, so somebody's asking, Beverly Smith is asking, what's the pinking shares price? So we have a shopper right here now.
Different prices, different models, different length. But it's around like 40, something like that, 45.
Yeah, so yeah, the range, okay, so somewhere around, give or take, $40.
Something for every budget.
Yes. Any more questions?
Yes, Misty. So, yes, it's Miriam.
Go ahead, Miriam.
Hi, Anthony. Hi, Miss Panda. I don't know your name. What is your name again?
Veronica.
Veronica. So my question, hi, Veronica. And I see my little Anthony in the back. Thank you so much, Anthony, for making this possible. And I should thank Stacy and Gina as well for going for us to represent Custom Collab. So my question is, as you were working down the aisle, I see that you had mannequins. Are those mannequins good for draping as well?
That's exactly what they're for.
Oh, that's exactly, okay, because I thought so. Sometime last week, I was looking at a class like this on my own, and I saw they look alike, so I wanted to know that, just in case. Well, by the way, what is the price range?
From sizes 2 through 12, it's $350, and then 14 to sorry, I can pull it up if you want. I think they
Miriam, they have one that looks like me, okay? And you know my shape.
Yes.
So we're in the same family, so they got us.
That's right, yes. You know,
Veronica,
it's interesting that you say that, Stacey, because I'm really looking for one that looks like me and you, so that we can start showing ourselves up.
Girl. So 3 of them already, okay? There's one upstairs, there's a burgundy one. It looks just like my shape, okay?
Okay. It's nice to know. Thank you so much for your eyes.
I'm telling you.
What would be the price for that one?
From 14 is 400, 16 is 425, 18 is 450, and 20 to 24 are 500. And those are all available on our website as well.
Yeah, but that's a good price because that's us. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to pad it. We don't have to, no, it looks just like us.
Okay. That's thank you so much for sharing that, because I wanted to know, and I was learning about, the result. I mean, Misty promised us that she would do that for us, and I'm sure on due time that will happen. But I was looking into it because I wanted to know more about what it is exactly, and I found out that this is a way to make patterns as well.
Yes.
That's why my question came Andy today. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, we have them available on our website, and my sister and I actually made a fun video of like the assembly of the dress form. So when you get it, if you get it shipped and it's not, so we assembled them here. If you're walking out with them, we'll put them all together so you don't have to do anything. But when we ship them out, we usually leave the pole out, and you kind of have to do a few different steps to get it together. So we have a video with instructions on how to do that as well.
Okay, thank you.
And you can email or call.
Of course, thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you, Miriam, for that.
Yes.
We have a lot of information, yes, about the mannequins. Any other questions? Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much, Anthony and Veronica, for this very important workshop to learn the history of Panda Trim and how you came about and how you weathered through the years and still being here in the community of fashion designing. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks to Regina and Stacy also for joining us today.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We look forward to hosting more of these workshops in the months of May and June. So definitely follow along Custom Collaborative's Instagram page and keep in the loop. And we look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Veronica.
Thank you.